Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Raining out. Little rainy one, KJ. Good morning. Good morning, fam. Good morning, Jeremiah. KJ, can you hear me? Woo. Raining out here. Can you hear me? I got my Christmas buds in. Make sure you guys can hear me. Testing them out. Oh, KJ, I know, man. I think we're supposed to be getting some snow type stuff supposed to be coming our way. That's what I heard, at least. But you know what? It don't stop us. Just a little bit of rain. Jeremiah in the house. What's good with you, Jeremiah? How your New Year's been going, man? 2024, guys. Can y'all believe it? We are a week into 2024. You know, check in with my peeps. Woo! What's up, Thomas? Dre? What you doing, buddy? What's good with you? Y'all know I got to check in as I'm making my rounds. I'm over here. Getting it in before we crank off this Saturday. But you know, I had to come in and do some check-in. I'll make sure everybody's doing good. Touch base with y'all this morning. Everybody, Kevin, good, Jeremiah, good. Going great, man. Starting New Year's going great. We're a weekend to our 2024. The expectation high. Got new earbuds in. Good. Family doing good. No complaints, man. No complaints. Family doing good, y'all. Keon and Bianca got back yesterday. So that's even better for us. Everybody back in the land. So super excited about that. So how that go? Gotta have my whole crew in. Back at it. What's up, ladies? What's going on with you? I'm doing good. Over there snacking, I see. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's up, Jen? Gotta get it in. I know that's right. Good. Been good. No, I go back Monday. I know. It was like, it was fun while it lasted.
My nephew the other day was like, okay, well, let's start cleaning up your room a little bit.
Yeah.
Because his Legos were everywhere.
Was it?
Clothes to put away.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Jack, put them away. And then I was like, Julie, good. She's like, okay. Like, she did hers well. And Jack just goes, oh. Like, what? He goes, I just want a day to relax. I was like, well, what you
A day to relax.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you'll relax when your room is clean.
Exactly.
And then he said it to my brother. He was like, I don't want to hear that you've been off for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And he was like, yeah, you little turd. That's all you do is play.
Exactly. You just been playing and you want to relax. Right. Come on, man.
Your room is a mess. Obviously, relax, not fun.
Yeah, you got it made. You know what I'm saying? You got it made in the shade. We got planned for
I
today.
wish I had that too.
I know, right?
But I'm
This,
going to a event to honor the kids who died in the James River accident.
oh yeah, okay,
And I'm just getting some video of people driving in rain.
yeah,
That's my main story. That's from 12 to 5, so I'll go there a little bit early.
yeah.
I'm going to talk with the dad of one of the kids who's speaking out about it for the first time.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
emotional.
that's emotional. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, that's a big one. What?
It's supposed to help with like promote team safe driving too.
I know. Oh my gosh,
It's needed.
it seems like it's getting worse.
It is. I don't understand.
You know what I mean?
And I was telling them earlier that some lady posted on Facebook that she was like, comment. She was like, "Oh, my sons are so devastated.
Mm-hmm.
They had just left our house."
What?
Because legal shit.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And because apparently, from all off the record, the driver was infused with Adderall. I don't know if she was prescribed, but probably just had like too much. And the rest of the kids were drinking. So you just put yourself under the bus for being responsible for all those underage kids drinking.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then
That's unfortunate.
and then I don't know. But yeah, I think it was just that because I reached out to her. She's like, "Well, I don't," because I tried to ask her. I was like, "Well, what was going? Like, were y'all just hanging out before?
Right,
Was it a
right.
party?" And she's just like, "Well, I don't think that has to do with anything." I'm like, "Well, kind of." I was like, "Well, it's just part of the journalism, man. Like, I'm just."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it is. Like,
It is.
yeah, what happened before?
Oh man,
So it's gonna be a big I feel like it's gonna be a bigger thing.
that's unfortunate, man. It is like, to me, it seems like it's getting like the driving, like the teen stuff is getting worse or something. I don't know. Like, they usually prep them. Do they even do the jury stuff anymore? I remember back in the day, you had to go in front of the judge before you got your license and all that other kind of stuff. Do they still do that?
I don't think so because I didn't have to do it when I got.
Yeah.
See, well, I did it through. I think it depends on who you do it through. Like, if you do it through the DMV, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But that's my first.
Yeah. And that was it. Because I seemed like when my girls did it, because I remember like back in the day we had to go. We didn't have it like the outsource type deal. We had to take the class and it was like a course in high school. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And then you had to go into the courthouse and do all this other kind of stuff. But then I remember like as the kids started getting theirs, it kind of I think one of them had to do that, but then after that, they didn't have to take it in school. I guess they did the driving portion, but it was all done through like outside company. They picked them up from school, they did it, they wrote the thing up and all that, and they send it into DMV and let you know they get their license. Yeah, don't come else that. So I wonder if they even do the judge thing going at like, because they used to get a judge to give you the spill, like, you got to do an X, Y, and Z. This is a privilege. The driving this is like a weapon type thing. They really went through the whole deal to kind of put like, you getting this thing. If something happened, I don't want to see you up in here. That's what I'm thinking too.
Like they have too many cases, and especially for all of the petty weed charges and possession charges and
right.
anything that they get people for here. Like the judges have their plates full. They're probably like we gotta
get them. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, maybe that's why the stuff kids don't care. They don't, they out here freelancing, drinking and driving, doing all kinds of craziness.
I feel like the kids that are now teens, some of them have younger parents who
Yeah.
they didn't grow up. So
Right.
Being friends with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a lot of generations, they're just not all of them. Of course, there's still people like normal parents.
Yeah, of course.
But a lot of them, they just are more friends with them than so they can do whatever they want.
That's insane.
There's no consequences until there's fucking death.
Right. Exactly.
It's ridiculous. I was talking with
And be friends with them, man.
I don't even remember, but we were around a bunch of kids, and we were just like, you can definitely. Oh, we were at Chick-fil-A yesterday, and all the kids were playing around, and we were like, you can definitely tell those parents
Who's
really
that?
what I was
Yeah,
going with
exactly.
is how they're acting around. And then we're like, no wonder people are like that as adults because like, when they grow up, because nobody tells them not to.
Exactly.
Like, and then everybody gets mad that it's like, y'all, we're the product of. Like, it's just an endless circle of
We just had a friend of ours. Oh God, what was the name of that? Crap, I forgot. It's some type of parenting they call it now. Some type of
gentle
thank you.
parenting. Yeah.
This gentle parenting thing. And I was like, gentle parenting. So I was like, so I go look it up. I'm like, gentle parenting. So the emotional state of the kid and all this other kind of stuff that why they choose not to do like the traditional discipline type route because it harms the kid, and they give them more of a choice type for the child as they growing up or some crazy stuff. And I was looking, I was like, gentle parent, man, that's not gentle parenting. That gentle parent gonna lead to why these kids out here killing you and out here cutting up and acting up, no discipline. What happened to, Bill can say you spare the rod, spoil a child type stuff out of the window.
Right.
And it's like these parents getting, coming friends with them and doing all that gentle parenting tells like you just trying to be a friend for them
Yep.
and friend parent them through life. That's not going to help them.
Nope. I saw a video yesterday, I think, too, that was saying, they're like, you're the parent, right? You know
Yeah,
that you're gonna tell them they're gonna be pissed that they can't ride their bike in the road because traffic's coming, but you don't see that they don't see that the car is coming. You're protecting them. But if you just let them because you don't want to hurt their feelings,
hmm,
like you're the parent, you do what it is. Like you don't it should because their feelings are hurt.
right,
You do what's best
exactly.
for them.
Yeah,
And everybody's now so obsessed with I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm gonna feel good. Like well, they're fucking little. No, they
yes,
don't know. Like yes, let their emotions come out, but communicate. I think a lot of time too, like with gentle parenting, I think there might be like a quote unquote spectrum of it too, because there is a lot
uh,
of people on like social media who just do like that.
yeah,
Pop
yeah,
up.
yeah,
But there's also I feel like it's just communication, like
yeah,
communicating
right,
because
exactly.
like it's just instead of like yelling at them, like with me and my niece and nephew, like we started to get annoyed because I was like, okay, no, because I know when I was younger that getting annoyed didn't help. So okay, let me talk it out. Be like, look, this is what's going on. You get it one more chance. If not, it won't be a problem.
Right, exactly.
And it's like that you're being disciplined, but you're not also just letting them get away with it.
Yeah,
You're also teaching them the decision. Okay, good and bad, discipline or like
right.
consequence or not. But I feel like with a lot of gentle parenting that it's just like, well, do you want the cookie or do you want the brownie? Like,
Yeah,
oh fuck, okay, I'll take one or the other. It don't matter.
yeah,
Oh, okay, so what am I learning from this?
that's
Either
it.
way, I'm getting jumped. So
Right.
like, there's no growth from that, and it's just
And that's the thing. Like, what I'm saying? You got to give them, like, okay, you give them the choice, but like, no, this is right and this is wrong. You got to choose this or how to, like, you just can't have your way because, like, life is not going to give you that. You come into life like, oh, I'm just going to come in here, like you saying with the cookies. And I say,
yeah,
I can just have this or I can have that. No, because you taught them they can just make this choice. Have it. Where you going to walk in this situation, they be like, no, you can't get that. You ain't doing it. And then you have disagreements with people that weren't raised like that. And then now you got issues in life.
yep,
Prepare them for life.
exactly. And that's a lot too.
Like I'm gonna give you the real. I'm gonna tell you the real. I'm gonna give you the real. But I'm gonna give you because the way I did it with my kids, I never really had to discipline them. Maybe I could count on my hand uh, several times, but I really had to give it to them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I feel like times that's necessary at one point when they're younger. Then they get to a certain age, but you got to establish that in the beginning.
for respect too. Like
It
I would
gives
use
that
the word,
sense of respect. Right.
yeah,
It shows like, look, I'm authority, but I'm authority to the way that I'm gonna love you, but I'm loving you because I'm telling you like this is how this is going to be. This is how we're going to move. This is how it's going to happen in life.
right,
Once you get older, you got to learn these foundational things. You know what I'm saying? If you get these things down, you can be good. You can stand on your own. Then you can start creating like your own type of way. But I got to get you to that point, not just saying, "Oh, you got this going. You choose, baby. Which
yeah,
you go and do what you want to do." Type.
yeah,
No, no. This is what you can get. Then that's when all that, identity stuff and all this other stuff start getting twisted because they think they can just pick and choose. You just go and do pick and choose what you want. No, I gotta give you structure, give you that structure. My wife tell me, don't be telling people how, because I had a little method that I used to use with the kids. Like, look, I gave them like a having to type help type perspective. Like, you know what I mean? For example, like when they were younger and they did something wrong, I wanted them to feel remorse behind what they're doing. And it's like, look, there's gonna be a time like there's gonna be a separation. If you keep doing this and mom and daddy is doing this and you doing something totally different, then you're gonna be separated, you're gonna be out on your own. It's like gonna be a point. I'm not gonna be able to save you. She's not gonna be able to save you. Then eventually, it's gonna not only disappoint us, but it's gonna disappoint God. I created this, what I mean, so they can hide it. So they did something. I took their little butt and put them in like a little room, turn off the lights. It may seem cruel, but I was always there with them. I shut the door and like, kids, they scared of the dark. They don't want to be by themselves anyway. But I set it up like you're gonna be by yourself, and this is gonna happen when you're by yourself. Then they in the dark, screaming, yelling, this and that. But I'm on the side of the door and saying, this is gonna happen if you do X, Y, and Z. Then I can't get to you. I can't help you. Mommy can't help you. Nobody can help you. You separated yourself from the situation. Let them come out. And then I said, but I'm always gonna be here if you let me allow me to be here, and I love on them. And then I crying and because I don't want to but I saw that emotional side that I'm a loving father, but you're gonna lose that loving father and mother aspect if you keep doing X, Y, and Z. And it taught them that eventually they didn't want to disappoint us. Then they didn't want to disappoint God. Then you know what I'm saying? So it created that foundation. Then they low, empathy. They knew these other things. It kind of caught on. Like then eventually it was like, I don't want to disappoint. So then I didn't have to discipline them, like put their hands or put a belt on them, this and the thing, because they knew they didn't want to disappoint mom and dad. Then they didn't want to disappoint grandparents, so they knew how to kind of act. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had to scream at them. Then we could have conversations. We can have open dialogue. So that's the point I want to create. Like I want to create this sense that you are the visual person you're going to be, but I got to get you to that point that you understand what it really means. And then you can know the respect level, then you know how to act, you know how to do this to other people. Then we can have that dialogue that we need to have that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talk about. So, but all the other stuff, no, I got to get them to that point. Then they can fly on their own. Then we look down now, 20 some years later, all of us, we can communicate. We all have open dialogue. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you got stuff going on, I'd rather you telling us we talking about it than you going to somebody else and they getting it wrong, but we know how to communicate. So, but now that stuff is like, hello, where you at? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. It's like, and it's people like my wife said. I have some other things I used to do. I ain't gonna share, but because she's like, don't be telling people that. But it does like one example because I feel like because they're so impressionable when they're young, and if you can get them when they're young, and you just keeping it real with them, but you give it from I'm doing it because I love you. That's number one reason why I'm doing it, and I'm doing it because number one I love you, and I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to harm yourself. I don't want you getting harm ways, and I don't want you to harm nobody else either. I want you to be a productive young little, child and a young adolescent, a young teenager, then eventually a young adult. But you gotta be safe to doing it that way. So it's like, I'm creating that for you for a reason. Then eventually you understand, you'll look back and be like, dang, that don't, I appreciate Pop doing that. Like the kids, they would tell us all the time, say, man, we blessed to have parents like y'all did this and that and do that. It was like, because we were, patient still, but we came from a place of love, number one. And I love you. I discipline because I love you. I chastise you because I love you. I want to go through this, not because it make me feel good or make me I'm more powerful than you. No, it's just because I need you to understand that This is how it needs to way the way you need to go to not only protect you but give you some type of mental stability in life. Because we see what's I've been there
Right.
growing
Yeah.
up. I didn't have what you have. We said all the time as parents. I was the thing when my parents did. So I'm like, dang. But I looked at it why they did some of the things that they did. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I want to do the better for my kids. So how can I make it better than what my parents did for me?
Right.
So I take that joint up another level.
Right.
So it was like, sometimes you got to do that. But then I'm looking at this generation now. I be having conversations with people looking at some of these kids running around like, uh, like the parents in the school. I'm looking, I'm like, yeah. But then I think about it. I hit them with the aspect of love. So they see, like when I'm in school, they know Mr. Coley love them because I'm gonna give it to, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. But the parents see that and they come to me and like, oh, why my kid asking this? Like you said, even if they have autism and all that kind of stuff, I don't look at it that way. I'm coming from a place of love. Love covers a multitude of sin. I'm coming with this, and then they come to me. Oh, you doing this? My kid done this. They done this. They grown this way, grown that way. Love can do a lot, but you like if they never presented that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of difficult, right? Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah,
When you see it.
yeah. It's tough. It's like but
Crazy today. My brother's like, I can't wait to move to the country the way his world's going.
I know it was like we can move to Canada.
Right. For real.
I got my pastor friend of mine, my kids' godparents. They live in Canada, and they pastor a church down there. They say it's totally different. Yeah, just like the people, how things are as far as well, they got a lot of different things they have to do as far as governmental wise because they are pastors. They got to navigate a certain type of way because they're more free type will type thing. Because I think they have the acceptance of some of them have like drag queens trying to come into schools and teaching the kids, and it's like everything's really open, like in a yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's really type of freedom type of way, and they just. I mean, but it's really nice. Everybody's accept, it's more everybody's accepting to everybody, So it's like, that's really kind of the difference. But he's like, they enjoy it, they love it, they're doing the work. They built a church from the ground up almost, and they're running like over 300 people. About to start another campus, so God's really been blessing them. But he said, it's tough kind of navigating some of the different things and really trying to get accustomed to how they do things, the Canadian type way. So, but it's different. But he said, man, they love it up there. I'm like,
My mom has some friends that live in
mm-hmm.
they went to the Niagara Falls and stuff. You need to go. I was like, I know, I
I
do.
know.
Like,
They say real. I know. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, when 2016, I remember one of my friends was just like, it was like when Trump first started running. He was
Hmm.
like, I'm going to Canada.
Yeah. Everybody trying to
I'm
get
going to
up
Canada.
out. Get up out here.
Big move.
I know, right? I know.
Canada's the new, USA.
That's what they be saying, man. But they love it. Like, just it's totally different than what we have. And then, they come back and they share stories. Well, but we're supposed to get down there probably this year because he told us like, you don't need your passport. He said one thing you do you have to bring if you're driving in. You just have to have your birth certificate, your ID, and something else like what I mean to identify that you're coming in. He said, but if you're flying in, it's different. You'll need your passport and stuff. But I was like, we put on our list, to get down there. But we told them we're gonna surprise them. One day we're just gonna pop up. We be sitting in the back of the church. They were like, they'll go crazy. They'll go crazy. That's cool. But I talk your head off, girl. And you get that sweater. I love that sweater too. Yeah. It's all right. Missed out, man. Good. Well, Sean. Blessed. God's faithful. Very faithful. Look at y'all son up at your phone. Damn, what's about that crazy fool that jumped over on the judge?
I always try to do everything that's right. I'm the bad guy in my life. I'm gonna do what's right. But you ain't jumping over there. You imagine like if you was actually on the street and somebody said anything more than what they
Yeah.
said, she would say nothing bad. She's like, no,
What?
I didn't do something else.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I think you need to get a little something else or something like she said. As soon as she dropped her head, that fool got lifted. I was like, what in the what? And you gotta think the podiums are high. He said, you effing B and just flip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't see this guy running at you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the lawyer, if you like you said, it was the table because I looked back, and then he was like right by the table, so the lawyer must have just kind of lunked over, and he just bolted past him. But then I saw a guy, I guess it was another lawyer. He missed, trying to grab him. He missed and jumped over. I was kind of mad because I'm thinking, if I'm in that situation, it was no way he would have walked out there. I would have probably choked him out. I'm thinking like the dude, because one of the lawyer, he was hitting like this. He was, what are you doing? You just hit. I'm like, what are you doing? What kind of hits are those? Then the bailiff, he started really giving it to him. But then it was like one of them came up with a lacerated head, dislocated shoulder, and all that. So I'm like, I would have choked that guy out. At the point, where's the tasers? Like, can somebody tase him? Yeah. What are you doing? I've never seen it like that. That is crazy. They got to do something better now. Like, put something in, have them jokers in the front. I, now he went in jail. Yeah, well, he apparently the lady he had went before, so maybe he came back for his offense. There you go. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, he made it worse. Yeah, he going for a long time now. Yeah, he get. He gave this long speech talking about how good he was doing, and then yeah, yeah. And then after that, after she said, "No, I got a little something. No, I don't think that's gonna get. We think you need a little something else. You haven't been." And took off. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And did the Superman fly on him? That is crazy. Oh man, somebody got to go. Like somebody had to get something. Like you said, who was on patrol? Like they need to probably stop getting comfortable in those situations. Like you know what I'm saying? You got those people coming in. You got to be on high alert. Yeah, because the bailiff, he was just sitting over there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he grabbed her. I think he hit her a couple of times, or pulling her hair. You know, he had a grip on her. Wow, that yeah. It's like, hmm right. They was just chilling. Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. I know. That was insane. Oh, fam. My bad. I was like chatting. I know. I know it was insane. But that's a good message for us going into 2024. We got to be on high alert, man. I think too much at times we get too comfortable. We got to stop being comfortable where we at. So just like that man that jumped over on that judge, got too comfortable. People just sitting around. You know, that's how life can be. You can just get in these modes, get in cruise control, and see, we got to be the aggressors. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn to be the aggressors, Deshaun, instead of letting being casual with the enemy. But it's like once you let your guard down, that's how the enemy can come in and exploit you, get your weaknesses. We gotta be on the offense and never stop being on the defensive all the time. You know. So that was crazy to me. Never seen anything like that ever. But yeah, man, I get definitely chatting with my peeps. Got to chat with my peeps over at the building, catching up. But I just want to check in with y'all to see everything been going thus far. This 2024. Um, it's crazy, but that's just a whole level of something. I've never ever seen anything just like that. Like you literally getting to the judge. Like what in the world? What is going on? Working. Oh, you got your new place, LaShawn. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. That's exciting. You know, new adventures. That's a new step in the right direction. You know, doing big stuff, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, praise God for that. I pray that the hand of God will be on you, and as you order your on these new steps in your own place, that everything will come together like you want it. That's huge. That's huge. That's good. That's an elevation that we've been talking about. Yeah, we got to get out, man. It's like I was thinking about that thing. Good. That's it, man. You gotta keep believing. You know, it's for you. It's for you. And don't, I know This is a new step for you, but don't be worried that you can't handle it because you can, So I think a lot of times, when we step out on those new waters, walking on the water of uncertainty, we can get a little bit like, can I do this? Can this be possible? I'm on my own. It's gonna be nervous. Yeah, those are okay feelings, but just trust and believe that, God is for you. God is for you. He's never gonna leave you, never gonna forsake you. Just don't be wise in your own eyes and just trust the process and you know, keep believing. Just keep believing that it's for you. This is something that's gonna elevate you, push you in another direction. Sometimes we just gotta get out of our way, push us out of our comfort zone. And these things, we allow us to do that. So congratulations to you. I'll be praying for you, praying for your success. I know you can do great on your own. It's gonna open up other doors and opportunities for you. Because you're stepping out on faith, that's huge. That's amazing. But yeah, that just kind of brought my attention. I was just chatting with my news people. I got to catch up with them. Um, but yeah, man, we are in a season on 2024 that it's time for us to elevate. And we got to be on our P's and Q's, especially after seeing that video with that man jumping on that judge. Hey, that's in a blink because it's going viral. I look at those things. I try to look at the spiritual connotation or the spiritual application behind stuff like that happen. As I was thinking um, about that, and it came to me like, really, when those situations are like that, man, one thing that we've been doing this year as a family is we've been on, and we're going to continue to apply pressure about the state of our mind and renewing our mind and rewinding to the things of God and his thinking and his ways and understanding our authority that we have in him. um and then it came to me, I was just thinking about this earlier today. I was like, that's why I always want to check in with you guys to see where you guys are at, where your mindset's at going into especially 2024. I talked about the last time when we got on Wednesday night about how God is in a position of elevating us this year and this season that we're in. um but really knowing who you are, knowing who you are as a believer and understanding your authority. And then that resonated me. I started thinking about, man, this guy, as funny as it was, man, it wasn't funny. You know what I mean? Because like that boy got elevated up on that lady. He got lifty to go and attack this judge. Now, if you take that from, a spiritual parallel, that God has given us full authority. You know, authority to speak to mountains, authority to ward off and speak to sicknesses and diseases, because the Lord's already paid the price for it. He's taken care of all that, and we just He's in a position that we gotta understand that our authority is at stake, and we got authority over the adversary. And by that happening, it showed me that this man showed that how the enemy is trying to progress against the highest authority. Because on the land, unless you go to the Supreme Court, the upper authorities, and there, the judge on our level is the highest authority for us for the lost. And this man has showed us that how the enemy is strategically on attack, and he doesn't care about nothing. He gonna say his plea. He gonna try to get himself out or whatever he had to get to, just like this man did. But when he already know that he's defeated and it don't go his way, he's coming. Remember the Bible says it's like he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So his mission was to come and kill, steal, and destroy the authority. In this way, that judge, he didn't care nothing about who she was or what she stood for. He's coming for to take that authority down and keep you from understanding the authority that you have. So let that be a lesson that that guy to show you that the enemy is out for to get you and to try to get you not to know who you are, what type of authority that you have, and that he's trying to come for that. He's trying to do whatever he can, talk his way through it. He's trying to push it to the point that he's gonna try to attack you, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally. He's trying to come at you by all means necessary. And you cannot be comfortable. Shadows, the bailiffs and all the lawyers and stuff, they was trying to fight this man off. He said there was no way that he should have even ever got that far. Because if you know who you are as a believer, you'll be able to speak to that thing and let it know that you have no jurisdiction, you have no right, to be even get in my circle of influence. So get behind me. So this year going into 2024, man, know the authority that you have and don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable with the enemy. Don't get comfortable with, what I'm saying, being progressive in your faith. Speaking out things out as far as what dreams you have. You know what I mean? Just because, it ain't happened yet, that don't mean that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. But you just got to make sure you're in the right alignment. You got to make sure that you focus on the task at hand. You know what I'm saying, LaShawn? So we got to be on the progressive. Like you moving out, that's being progressive. You stepping out on faith. You like, you know what? Even through my nerves, even through, my uncertainty, I'm pushing forward. Because I know I got to do this. I got to be able to go out on my own. Because that's the only way you can get real growth. Is when you step out your comfort zone. So you being progressive. You're not standing around waiting for, somebody to give you hands out. You going out and getting it done. That's how we got to be this year. We got to be on the progressive. We cannot stand around and get comfortable. So allowing the enemy to jump over and jump into our space. That man jumped into that judge's space. What in the world? That's never supposed to happen. Never. Y'all got to remember that. God is for you. None can be against you. Never should be able to come into your space. So we got to stay on the progressive, man. This is our year. I already talked about how God is elevating us, man, and the direction we going in. It's our time to go out and get it. It's our time to go out and get it. It's time for us to be on the move as believers. We can't settle, can't sit back, can't wait for somebody else to do it. We got to do it. Everybody say, "Oh, I need this, I need that." God is giving you everything that you need. He's giving you all power. He's giving you all authority. He's giving you power to gain wealth, giving you power to succeed, power to accomplish, power to overcome. He's giving it to you. We just got to go get it. We got to appropriate it in the right direction. Don't be scared this year. I'm telling you, the enemy going to stand right in front of you. He's going to try to throw you lies. He's going to try to talk his way, into your orchids, into your, into where you are. But you got to be strong. Use wisdom. Use discernment. Test those spirits. Some things, some relationships, some people are going to have to go. And it's okay. You got to be okay with it. And say, you know what? I can't bring this into 2024. I can't keep dealing with this nonsense in 2024. I can't allow, this to try to derail me in 2024. I've dealt with it long enough. It's time for me to progress. Time for me to progress. So that's it, man. That's what it is for us this year. We gotta be on the go. We gotta be vigilant. We cannot get comfortable. You know, that's old news. We done with that. We moving forward. We're gonna win, man. This is our season to win everything back that the enemy tried to steal from us. We taking it. We're gonna take it. So I just want to get on here and encourage y'all today. Let you know. I got a little sidetrack earlier on talking to my girls in there, but just letting you know, man, this is our year, our time to shine. Don't take your foot off the gas either. Let's be focused. Let's be focused and go out and get it. And go out and get it. Man, whew, I'm putting these new earbuds to work. Look, Mama got these for me for Christmas. And you know what's crazy? Because initially, I didn't like these things because make my ears feel uncomfortable. But I love these things. I love them now. Yeah, LaShawn, you got it, girl. I'm proud of you. I know you're gonna do great things in this season. Like I was telling everybody the other day, man, start writing those things down, what you want to see. We're gonna start believing that this year. I'm gonna come in agreement with y'all. We're gonna start believing great things are gonna happen for us this year. We're gonna start writing those things off, checking them off, and seeing them come to pass. You know, it's our time. It's our time. They're grinding. Yeah, they all kinds of stuff missing in here. It's all messy today. I'm working today. Oh, let's try it. Look, come on now. They've been going crazy this week. Doing that to me, y'all. You're doing that to me. It's all right. It's all right. It's working, y'all. It's working me. A little something, something. I'm about to get out of here, though. I'm almost done. Spend a little more time as usual, so I won't have a lot to do tomorrow when I come in. Because I got to go back to school on Monday. Oh, boy. Back at it, y'all. You know, it's all good. I missed them little brothers. I know, LaShawn. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. I'm just chilling. I'm about to knock this joint out so I can get out of here. But I just want, I always want to check in with y'all. Make sure everybody's doing good. Big things happening this year, so stay tuned to that. Again, I know we got our new YouTube videos coming out. So we're gonna be busy. We're gonna be busy. good thing it's good busy because we get to spend time with you all. Yeah, so I'm about to wrap this up. Wrap it up. You rolling solo today? You rolling solo today?
And I do the 6 p.m. show, and then the next producer comes in at like 1:40ish, and he does the 10 and the 11.
Oh, so you going 9 to 6?
Yeah. Or well, no. On Saturdays I have the 6 and the 7, so I usually leave around like 7:30. But I mean,
Ain't too bad.
I spend most of my time like writing and stuff. Honestly, like it's very chill. I don't really mind it.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously,
Because nice and quiet.
to get off.
I love y'all. I talk to you guys later. Or the head on out here to get home. But you guys have an amazing day. Pop love y'all. I'll see y'all soon.